You're in the right place for 8 things for boaters to do on the Isle of 8 Flags. Some places on the Intracoastal Waterway are just a stopover, but Fernandina Beach is worth a few days. And it's not just any port, but it's our hometown. So let's explore this cruiser-friendly gem on the ICW. We start this adventure in Oasis Fernandina Harbor Marina. I'm Dave, a former 100-ton U.S. Coast Guard license holder and proud owner of a Jeanneau 1095 that we use to explore the waterways around Florida and the Bahamas. Let's jump into 8 things for boaters to do in Fernandina Beach. The first of our 8 activities on the Isle of 8 Flags is exploring historic downtown Fernandina Beach, right across from the marina. So we cross over, go to the Welcome Center, which is housed in this historic train station right next to the Pirate, which is the local high school mascot. The staff at the Welcome Center is friendly, and they're going to point out all the things you can do in Fernandina Beach, give you directions on activities, transportation, and recommendations on restaurants. So feel free to get all the details you want from them. Ask them any of the questions you need to make your trip more fun and fulfilling. If you need to pick up a gift, right next door to the Welcome Center is Lindy's. It's a jewelry store where my wife and I got our wedding rings made, and they have great selection if you want friends or family to have something to remember you by. Downtown Fernandina Beach has many historic homes with varying architecture reflecting the different timelines, and several inns such as the Florida House Inn, which has had guests such as Ulysses S. Grant, Henry Ford, and Laurel and Hardy. And also they show the Isle's 8 flags out front on their porch. It feels like every side street has a renovated bed and breakfast in these historic homes that are just gorgeous to walk around and take a look at. The island's history is scattered throughout this walkable, vibrant downtown. There's plenty of restaurants and shops to stop in and explore as you're enjoying your time in the northeast corner of Florida. It's a great place to explore and enjoy. And it's called the Isle of 8 Flags because of its varied history and the different flags that have flown over it over the years, which takes us to activity number 2. The second activity is exploring the Amelia Island Museum of History, whose tagline is Unlock the Past. It's interesting because it's actually housed in the old Nassau County Jail. It's a short walk from the marina to the museum where you can explore the island's Native American past, the history of the 8 flags that have flown over it, and the storied economy and nature of this small town. It's really a great chance to get in-depth in the history of Fernandina Beach. The island has the distinction of being the only location in the United States over which 8 flags have flown. It began with the French in 1562, and then the Spanish, and then the British, and then back to the Spanish for a few insurrections, including the Patriots of Amelia Island in 1812. Several years later, an insurrection against the Spanish led to the Green Cross of Florida flying over the island. And then after that, in 1817, the Mexican rebel flag flew over the island. In 1821, Florida became a territory of the United States. That's flag number 7 flying over the island. Finally, the 8th flag in 1861, 1862 was the Confederate flag that flew over the island before returning to the U.S. flag, which has flown overhead since. When you walk downtown, you see this unique architecture and history that really makes Fernandina Beach a unique and special place. Third activity is provisioning. Every cruiser knows that when you're in a marina, you want to make sure you stock up when you can. Within walking distance of the marina, there's several options for supplies.
On 2nd Street is Marché Côtier, finer foods of Fernandina. Marché Côtier has a unique offer for boaters. If you call ahead 48 hours, they'll provision not just what they have on premises, but they'll run to the store and deliver to your boat. When you walk in, you're greeted with a wide selection of French, Italian, and some domestic wines, really great selection. And you'll find the 60-day dry-aged steak. There's bone-in ribeye, you can get that picked up, so it's really nice, and you have the duck as well. And there's, of course, the cheese selections. You can order a charcuterie board to either have on premises or take it back to the boat to enjoy. They have some pastries as well as bread that's freshly baked, and a range of other provisions from crackers and jellies to cookies, as well as pasta, sauces, and condiments. Of course, if you're going to get your own cheese plate, make sure to get a glass of the Sancerre. It goes great with their cheeses. Oh, they're gonna be happy to give you the best advice.
La Serena Hispanic Market and Restaurant is on 8th Street, just 8 blocks from the marina. You can find fresh produce, meat, cheese, dairy, and toiletries all in that market. It's easy to overlook, but it's the one place downtown where you can walk to and get supplies. It may have everything you need. If you made the 8-block trek to La Serena Market, stop next door at First Love Brewery. They brew on site. They have 4 core beers and 8 rotating taps. You can get 32-ounce growlers to go if you find a beer that you like. They have great pizza and beers, but sometimes I just gotta go with a burger and a side of the zucchini fries and a flight of their newest beers on tap. If you need a bottle of wine, the Decantery is a bar downtown that has bottles of wine to go. They have charcuterie plates in 3 sizes to go, and they have desserts. My wife Alicia's perfect date night on board is wine, cheese, and desserts. If you're in town on Saturday, you need to stop by the Farmers Market. It's open 9 to 11 on Saturdays. It's up on 7th Street, so you just walk up from the marina and you can get fresh produce, you can get prepared foods, you can get meats and cheeses and fish, all at the Farmers Market. My favorite, African Love Kitchen samosas. They're delicious. If you need marine supplies downtown, Amelia Paint and Hardware has a limited supplies of marine equipment, so check it out. They may have what you need within easy walking distance of the marina. If you stop by anywhere, tell them Echo Zulu Cruising told you to stop by. Coming up are gonna be some of our favorite bars and restaurants that are a little off the beaten path. But first, number 4 of our 8 activities, exploring the island. To experience all the island has to offer, and for serious provisioning, you're gonna wanna get some transportation. If you just want to ride, we recommend the WRYD.net app. It's Why Are You Driving? It's a local rideshare app that gets rides faster and often less expensive than other companies. And it's made by a fellow boater and dockmate of ours at the Windward Amelia Island Marina. On board the Kraken, one of my favorite boat names. Amelia Island board rentals will deliver their Arcimoto down to the marina. This is a motorcycle golf cart that can go up to 65 miles an hour, so you can go off island. It has storage for 3 bags in the back compartment, space for 2 people on board. You can explore the island and provision at the same time. You have to be 21 years of age and have a valid driver's license to rent the Arcimoto. You can rent it for 1 hour to 24 hours, and it's nice that they'll drop it off at the marina for you. You can rent a golf cart from E-Wheels, which is about 0.6 miles from the marina. You can walk to pick those up. You can rent them from 1 p.m. until 10 a.m. the next day. They can go about 35 miles an hour, so on some roads you can drive them, some not. But you can go a little longer range if you have one of the golf carts. To rent the E-Wheels golf cart, you need to be at least 21 years of age, have a valid driver's license, and have car insurance. So if you don't have all 3 of those, it's probably not the right option. Has a little more space, can seat 4 people compared to the Arcimoto, but those are options that are nearby or will have delivery. There are several bike rentals on the island. Riptide Water Sports will deliver a bike to the marina for you. Nice thing that they have is they have the kid trailer, so you can pack your groceries in that if you want to take that for provisioning at one of the other stores. But there's several that will deliver as well. Finally, you can rent from Enterprise because they deliver. There's one on the island. With transportation secured, let's hit the road and hit number 5. You could walk, we like to ride. Number 5, it's Fort Clinch State Park. It's one of my favorite places on Amelia Island. It's 1,400 acres on the north end of the island. It's a well-preserved fort that's played a role in the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, and World War II. It's changed hands several times with no shots being fired. It's a beautiful place to get the view of Cumberland Island and St. Mary's Inlet. The views are fantastic. I used to spend time with my kids eating lunch from the cannons with that beautiful view. So a great thing to do is grab a picnic lunch, sit on the fort and the walls and look at the view. There's great hiking trails, mountain biking trails throughout the park, and the beach is fantastic for looking for shark teeth and for sunbathing and fishing if that's what you're looking to do. There's also a fishing pier that's out on the Atlantic side. Obviously, if you're coming by boat, that's not going to be the main attraction, but being able to explore the trails, look at the history, and look at the fort is well worth the stop. It really is probably our favorite thing to do from a tourist standpoint on Fernandina Beach. Number 6 is the Amelia Island Greenway. It's about a 2-mile walk from the marina. You want to stretch your legs. This gorgeous green space runs through the center of Fernandina Beach. It's about 2.5 miles long. It has trails and it's protected water, so there's marshland, there's lots of wildlife. We've got bunnies, we've got alligators. It's a great place to explore, either on foot or by bike. The Greenway is a great place to just stretch your legs after you've been on a boat for too long and you want to get out and have some beautiful scenery. Number 7 is bars and restaurants. After spending the day exploring Fernandina Beach, you're going to want to relax and listen to some live music, grab a drink, and eat some great food. Luckily, Fernandina Beach has all of that close at hand to the marina. There's also a vibrant live music scene where you can walk down the street on any given night and hear the sounds coming from down the street and walk up and get some great live music, great shows any given night. A few must-stop places in Fernandina Beach starts with the Palace Saloon. It was first built in 1878 and has been the Palace since 1903. It is the longest continuously operating saloon in Florida. A great stop for live music is the Green Turtle. It has fantastic wall art, it has great beer, and it's a great venue for live music right downtown. Two of our favorite restaurants that are a little off the beaten path. One is Wicked Bao, which is down 2nd Street close to the port. Wicked Bao has Asian street food. Owner Natalie can be seen at the bar greeting people on any given night. The Baos obviously are fantastic. Our personal favorite, Dan Dan noodles with a chicken satay. The second is Cafe Caribou, which is 1 block off Center Street on 3rd. Has a great garden, which feels 10 degrees cooler than the street outside during the summer. It's a great patio to sit on, really nice menu, both indoor and outdoor seating. Has a little party space if you need party space. Has some nostalgia for me because the first place I worked in Fernandina Beach was on the 2nd floor of that building, and man, has it changed over the years. Favorite food to get there? Curried chicken salad wrap and the spicy Thai noodles. There are too many great bars and restaurants in Fernandina Beach to name them all. We've named a few particular ones that are a little out of the way that you got to go find, but are worth the trek to go get them. But in the comments, let us know your favorite places to go. Let people know where they can go in Fernandina Beach for great music and great food. Number 8. Back at the marina to watch the sunset. It's one of the most gorgeous places to watch the sunset on the island. People line up and down the dock to check it out. We've got the perfect spot on board Sweetest Thing to watch sunset go down. So it's a great way to end the day, have a good beer, and chill. You can check out our full tour of the Oasis Fernandina Harbor Marina. We go through kind of the layout and the amenities, or check out some of our other boat trips on this playlist. Until next time, get smart, be safe, and keep living the dream.